7 Ruthless Decluttering Rules that Transformed a Senior's Life in 48 Hours. When 75-year-old Eleanor stood in her hallway surrounded by a lifetime of keepsakes, she had just 2 days before the new owners arrived to take possession of the house she'd lived in for over 40 years. Her daughter had moved abroad. Her son lived 5 states away. She was alone, staring at decades of objects that once meant something but now felt like a weight. She had no plan. No help. But what happened next shocked even her. In 48 hours, she didn't just empty a house, she cracked open a whole new life. She didn't follow the cutesy decluttering advice you've seen online. No color-coded bins or "does this spark joy" routines. She used 7 brutally effective rules that helped her cut through emotional clutter most people never get past. If you're older, overwhelmed, or stuck, these rules aren't optional. They're survival tools. And they work. Rule 1. Use the triage test, treat it like urgent care. Eleanor had tried decluttering before. But every time, she'd start reminiscing, get emotional, and quit halfway through. This time, she approached it like a trauma nurse, fast, focused, and ruthless. She gave herself 15 minutes per room. Every item went into one of 3 categories. Need right now, essentials only. Maybe someday, dangerous gray zone. Haven't touched it in a year, automatic goodbye. But she didn't treat the maybe someday pile gently. She tossed it. If it wasn't being used now, it was just fear disguised as preparation. In her kitchen, she found 5 pie pans but hadn't baked in years. 8 slow cookers across 2 cupboards. Cookbooks from the 1970s. Gone. She kept 1 pot, her daily dishes, and a cast iron skillet she actually used. The emotional weight started lifting fast. Rule 2. 10-minute focus bursts before mental burnout hits. Eleanor had battled chronic fatigue for years. She knew she didn't have all-day stamina. So instead of "I'll tackle the garage today," she said, "I'll sort 1 shelf for 10 minutes. She set a timer and stopped cold when it rang. No dragging it out. No decision fatigue. 1 drawer, gone in 10 minutes. She found expired coupons from 2004, dead batteries, and loyalty cards from stores that didn't exist anymore. Tossed. That drawer was clear. So was her mind. She did this 23 more times that day. Not only did she avoid burnout, she looked forward to the next session. The short bursts worked because they removed the drama. 10 minutes doesn't feel scary. It feels possible. Rule 3. The stranger audit, see it from the outside. Eleanor imagined a complete stranger walking through her home after she passed. Would they understand her choices or wonder if she was a hoarder? That stack of 12-year-old greeting cards? Gone. She applied this to sentimental items too. Old report cards. Dried corsages. Birthday candles shaped like numbers. She saved a few items that truly made her smile. Everything else? Donated, recycled, or tossed. The stranger audit helped her detach emotionally. She saw the objects as they were, not through a fog of guilt or nostalgia. It also helped her handle photo albums. She scanned and saved the best pictures, tossed duplicates, and let blurry ones go. In the end, she kept just 3 albums and actually looked at them for the first time in years. Rule 4. The replacement reality check, destroy the just-in-case myth. Eleanor had boxes marked just in case. Old curtains. Extra mixing bowls. Extension cords. She hadn't touched most of it in a decade. So she asked 3 questions. If I needed this tomorrow, could I get one? What would it cost? When's the last time I used it? The answers were clear. Most of it was replaceable for under $20. A lifetime of storage, stress, and cleaning, just to avoid maybe spending $15 someday? She kept what she used. Donated or dumped the rest. Her garage became a space again, not a storage tomb. Rule 5. Emotional energy budget. Not all items deserve you. Eleanor realized she had limited emotional energy. She wasn't going to waste it on old scarves or unread magazines. So she ranked every category from 1 to 10. Level 1, no energy. Gone in seconds. Level 10, deep meaning. Kept and honored. Romance novels. Level 1. Her mom's handwritten recipe cards. Level 9. This system helped her avoid the emotional burnout that comes from treating everything like it's equally important. Her closet had dozens of dresses she hadn't worn since the Clinton administration. She kept the few that still fit and made her feel good. The rest went to a local women's shelter. Rule 6, the future self-test, who are you now? Eleanor's biggest shift came when she stopped asking, who was I, and started asking, who am I becoming? She was no longer the PTA president or the woman hosting 20-person Thanksgivings. She was someone who liked morning walks, garden shows, and writing poetry. Did keeping a punch bowl help that woman? No. Out went the entertaining gear. In came a reading nook and a light-filled desk for her writing. The same shift happened in her craft room. She donated supplies for hobbies she'd outgrown and bought quality tools for ones she was excited to start. Letting go wasn't loss, it was forward motion. Rule 7, ceremonies of closure endings deserve meaning. This is what sealed the deal for her. Eleanor didn't just throw things in bags. She honored the memories. For her old career wardrobe, she spent a few minutes remembering the wins and promotions. Then she donated it all to a program helping women re-enter the workforce. For old letters, she reread a few, took a deep breath, and let them go. She even held a small thank you moment for her worn-out kitchenware before donating or tossing it. Her kids' old artwork? She scanned it all, made a digital photo book, and let go of the originals with love, not regret. These small rituals turned endings into acts of gratitude, not shame. The result? When the new owners pulled up 48 hours later, Eleanor wasn't in panic mode. She was packed, light, and clear. She kept only what served the woman she was becoming. Donated a dozen carloads to families who needed them. And, more importantly, reclaimed her time, space, and sanity. 3 months later, she emailed to say, I used to think I was decluttering my home. But I was actually editing my life. And now, it finally feels like it's mine again. She now writes weekly poems for the Senior Center newsletter. She's taken up hiking with a local group. And yes, she's gone on a few dates. This wasn't just about getting rid of stuff. It was about rediscovering herself. Which of Eleanor's rules will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to rewrite your next chapter, subscribe. I post weekly strategies to help people over 60 design lives that feel alive.